Hi, my magical creatures, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is I'm going to talk about my Stalker Storytime video. I'm going to do like 4 different like Stalker time stories in one video. So yes, you're in for a big treat. So before I begin, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. It's a great way to help y'all grow out. So let's get started. Okay. So, basically, I'm just gonna give you like a rundown. I think these are like in order too. So, um, yeah. Okay. So the first soccer time experience that I had. So I just graduated high school, and I basically was doing my transition or whatever. So, of course, I was very open. I had my stuff out on Instagram, and, I had people from high school like follow me on Instagram and stuff like that. But they never, like, some people they followed me, but like, we never really like talked like that. Um, Everything like that. I'll put this cat in the bathroom. I'm not playing. Dancer, go lay down. Tripping. Always want to be, he's like me, he wants to be the center of attention. Like, I don't understand. So basically what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I was doing my transition. I had people from high school following me on my Instagram, stuff like that. A lot of them I think was following me because they were very interested and very intrigued that, like, wow, like she's really transitioning, like I really want to see the outcome of this, you know what I mean? So I think that's why like a lot of people like followed me and stuff. So basically, I think I was like about a year, I want to say like 2 years into my transition. I went and got my boobs done, obviously. So I went and got my boobs done, and then after I got my boobs done, so this guy I went to high school with, he did not bully me or anything like that, but he definitely, I think we changed in the locker rooms together, and then like what else? Like he was super, I mean, like we'll talk, we were just like acquaintances at school and stuff like that. But I mean, I think we had class together in those times where we had to partner up and stuff, but it was never like we weren't like friends or anything like that. But there was no issue or problem or anything with this guy. And we're gonna call him Green. I don't know why. I think because he had a green backpack in high school. I don't even know why I still remember that, but yeah, so we're gonna call him Green. So Green turned out to be a creepy stalker, okay? So after I got my boobs done or whatever, I remember just going on Instagram, flexing the girls, stuff like that. So all of a sudden, Green hits me up on Instagram and he's like, "Hey," and I literally like look at it and I'm like, "Why is Green messaging me on Instagram?" So I'm gonna be honest too with y'all. Like, I didn't start getting male attention until I got these done. Okay, it wasn't my face, it wasn't my hoo ha down there, but it was these. That's when I started getting a lot of male attention. So, I mean, I did have male attention before, but like, I don't know. After I got these done, my confidence boosted, and I think that's what maybe attracted a lot more male attention because of my confidence. I don't know, but yeah. So Green hit me up on Instagram. I look at it. I'm like, yes, question mark, because me and you don't even talk like that. And to be honest, I didn't even know he was following me, y'all. So he basically was like, "Hey, I just wanted to check to see how you're doing, stuff like that." I said, "I'm fine," and stuff like that. So he was like, oh, "Okay, like, I just wanted to say hi or whatever." And I was like, "Okay, weird." So I want to say like a week later, he hits me up again, you guys. So I think it was like every time I posted something like hot or sexy on Instagram, he would literally like message me. So I want to say like a week later, he messaged me again. He's like, "Tell some, hey," and I'm like, "Yes, like, what do you need? Like, what do you want?" Like, I didn't even say, "Hey, how are you?" None of that. I just said, "What do you want?" Because it was just weird because like we never like talk like that, and it was like, why are you trying to like talk to me now? Like, it's like 2 years out of high school. Like, what do you want? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we never kicked it. We never hung out. Like, What do you want? So he hit me up and then he was like, hey, like, I was just wondering, are you hungry? Did you want me to bring you anything? I was like, ooh, I did not like where this was going. None of that. So I literally looked, like, read it. Okay, so before he said that, I said, so, like, what do you want? Like, why do you keep hitting me up? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, because we never talked like this ever in high school. Like, all of a sudden now you're hitting me up. Like, why are you hitting me up? Like, what do you want from me? And he literally was like, oh, Serenity, I just think like you're really hot and like I think you're really pretty. And I was like, oh, like it was just so weird. I was like, oh my God, him? Like, that's weird. And no, no, you guys, I did not want him like at all. Like, it was just one of those things like, so I just was like, oh, okay, well, it makes sense now. Thanks for the compliment, but no. And my mindset too, how I was, it's like in like you had an opportunity to be with me in high school, like to holler at me and stuff like that, but you waited until 2 years after high school. Like, no. And my thing is like I had to get these done in order for you to like notice me. Like, no, it's just not gonna work now. So, basically, I just told him that. But he did ask me. He said, "So, like, are you hungry? Do you want like, what are you hungry for?" And low key, y'all, like, I really did wanted like food. Like, oh my God, like, I really did want it. I wanted food and stuff like that. But something in my stomach just didn't feel right with this guy. With Green, I don't know, like, I really didn't want him knowing where I live and stuff like that. So, but I'm not gonna lie, y'all, like, Popeyes did sound good at that time. The red beans and rice with some chicken, like, um, everything like that. So, basically, I just told him, I said, oh, I'm good, but thank you though, I appreciate it. And I told him straight up, I said, well, just to let you know, like, I just feel like I don't really want no dating stuff with you because honestly, like, I had to change my appearance and everything, and you waited until 2 years after high school, whatever. Oh yeah, and I asked him too. I said, so when did you start liking me? Because that's what I want to know. Because I'm like, if you had a crush on me in high school, I'm like, what? He said that he didn't start liking me until after I got my boobs done, and he literally said that, you guys. And I was like, you know what? I don't. No, like I feel really objectified right now, and no. So I just, I shut that down or whatever. So then after that, you guys, he sent me a picture of his wee wee on my Instagram. And then I was like, so he was sitting here like playing with, like, holding it or whatever. I'm so sorry. Like, I hope I don't get demonetized for this. So, but basically, he was like holding it and stuff like that. And he was like sending me videos and like all this stuff. So I blocked him off of Instagram, and then all of a sudden, he was on my Snapchat too, and then he was sending me a bunch of like dirty things, like stuff that he wanted to do to me, and then he kept sending me more pictures, and I literally blocked him off of Snapchat, and then like after that, then he started sending me messages on Facebook, and I'm like, what the? So literally, like this guy, so I blocked him off of Facebook. And I want to say like a month later, I had another message from him, and I thought I blocked him off of Facebook. So I don't know if he somehow unblocked himself or if he made a whole new account. And then you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that happened. I blocked him again off of Facebook, and then on Snapchat, I got another message from him on Snapchat, and I thought I blocked him off of Snapchat too. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then after Snapchat, I blocked him off of Snapchat. So I remember I was working at Ratchet University, and a lot of the people that I went to high school with that graduated with me in my class, including Green, um, they basically, I was telling them about Green, about the stuff that he, you know, like stuff that he did, all that stuff. But I had deleted all the pictures and the messages and stuff. So of course everyone was all like, "Oh yeah, yeah, right, you know, whatever, you're lying, whatever." And I can't believe that people really think I'm lying. Like, why would I lie about that? Like, so it's whatever. They just don't want to believe that I'm hot. So, and that I get male attention. So yeah, that was crazy stalker number one. So this is we're gonna talk about stalker number two. So stalker number two, we're gonna call him Thug, and because he was a thug for sure. So basically this was like my first relation, my first boyfriend, my first love, my first everything. Um Basically so I want to say like we basically dated. We dated for a whole year. I've never been in a relationship that long ever. That was the longest relationship I've ever been in was a year. So basically we started, you know, dating, and then after a year being together, he basically had an alcohol problem, and so he was drinking a lot. He took my car, messed my car up, and left me. I had to pay $5,000 to get my car fixed when I should have just bought a new car. But you know, I was young and dumb and made mistakes myself. So yeah, so after that, I broke up with him. He just was doing a lot of crazy stuff. Like I can't even say some of the stuff that he's doing just for the sake of this video and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some things you just cannot even speak on. So basically, he was just going down a really bad path, and honestly, I just didn't want to get involved. And so basically I broke up with him. He was crazy. So like basically for 3 years, you guys, 3 years, this man was sending me messages on my phone, sending me text messages of saying how bad he wanted to be with me, saying that he missed me, basically leaving voicemails on my phone, saying, "Hey, how are you?" Stuff like that. And I basically told him, I was like, "Look, you messed my car up, and you left me $5,000 in debt, and I had to pay it. So you owe me $5,000." So basically, he said, "I'll give you $5,000," but basically, he was saying, "You need to do. I want I'm not even gonna say what he said, but he basically was demanding me to do stuff for him." And I said, "First of all, this is not even how it works, and you got me up, you talking to me like this." So basically, at this point, I was just done. I was so done with him. Like, you really gonna screw me over like this? And after everything that we've been through, like, I got a ring from the zoo, like everything, and he gonna screw me over? So yeah, no. So yeah, so for 3 years, and he's crazy too. Like, he don't care. Like, he's been to prison. Like, he does not care, y'all. Like, does not care. So he basically was messaging me, leaving me text messages. I blocked his number, you guys. He ended up getting a new number or something. He started using other people's phones to like contact me. He left me text messages saying how much he wanna be with me, and saying, and literally like, "Oh, like I guess you're still mad, huh?" Like, um, or whatever, like, wow, like you're feisty, like you're still mad at me, like, "Oh, don't worry, like, you know, like as soon as you calm down, like we're gonna be together again," like all this stuff. And I'm literally like, "You are fucking crazy. Like, you are crazy. You know that? Like, you sound crazy." So he sent me an email, you guys. I don't even know how he got my email. He sends me an email of you guys of him nude, like pictures of him nude on a motorcycle. Like, what? And then yeah, for 3 whole years, I'm not making this up, you guys. Like, and I haven't responded. Like, I thought, like, let me just ignore him. Like, eventually he's just gonna move on, get tired of me, or he's gonna get tired of being ignored, and he's gonna move on and find somebody else. That was my thinking, you guys. And I remember at this time I was dating a cop at this time. But that relation didn't even last long. But at the time when I was dating him, that's when Thug was doing all this stuff. Like, it's called cyber stalking or whatever. That's what they call it. So I was telling, you know, the cop, my cop ex like the guy I dated. It was just this little fling or whatever. But okay, so basically, I was telling, my cop boyfriend at the time, I was telling him about all this stuff that was going on. Also too, Thug, he knew where I lived and stuff like that. So I was really scared that like he was gonna like be driving past like my house and stuff like that. He was definitely that crazy. Like I don't know if he was gonna be driving past the house, so I was telling my family members about it. I was like, look, he might be coming by the house, he might be knocking on the door or whatever. Tell him that I'm not here and call the police. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, this dude is crazy. So, my family members started freaking out. They were just like, oh my God, like, Serenity, like, what the, stuff like that. And I'm like, this is not my fault. Like, this is him. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not even talking to this guy. I haven't talked to him in like 3 years and he's still messaging me and stuff like that. So, my cop boyfriend, he basically said that what you need to do, so he said, like, you need to get a restraining order against him. So keep all those messages and everything like that. Like you need to tell him to leave you alone. Because I did tell him, I said, I haven't taught, I've just been ignoring it this whole time. He said, okay, well, once you send the text message of him to him saying like you don't want any communication with him, I don't want to talk to you anymore, leave me alone. If he messages you after that, then you can take that and go to court and get like a restraining order where he cannot contact you through any technological device like a computer, phone, whatever. So it's called like cyber stalking or whatever. That's what he said. So but he did say that, like, it's super hard to get a restraining order on cyber. Like it's just you have to have like a lot of evidence and stuff like that. So luckily, so basically at the end, after 3 whole years of being harassed and stalked by this man, I basically told him, I said, hey, like what we had in the past is what we had in the past. I no longer want to hear from you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. The next time you message me, I'm calling the police. Leave me alone. And so I said that. And after that, you guys, I have not heard from him. I have not gotten a thing from him, a message from him. Haven't heard anything. So Thug is definitely out of my life. And yeah, once I said the police, because he got into a lot of legal trouble, you guys. So I think as soon as I said I'm gonna call the police, I think he just left me alone. So yeah. Okay. So okay, soccer story number 3. This guy, I met this guy off of a dating app. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So basically, I'm gonna call this guy Tom. So I met Tom off of this like dating app or whatever. And so Tom, he lived in Arizona. So Arizona is like right next to California. So I'm gonna just say exactly what he did for a living. So he was like a car salesman. So he sold cars for a living or whatever. And Tom, I don't even know what I was thinking back then. Like I was super young. I think I was like 20. No, actually, I think I was like 22 at the time. I think I was like 22 years old. So basically, Tom, I want to say like he had his own house, stuff like that. But like I don't know, like my stomach kind of like it felt weird when I was like when I would video chat him and like talk to him on the phone and stuff like that. So yeah, Tom knew like my tea and everything like that. All these guys knew my tea, so it's not like I was tricking. I don't want y'all to think like wasn't. I didn't disclose anything with these guys. Like no. So yeah, so Tom, basically we talked and stuff like that. What really like startled me, what I don't know, like I started getting like weird gut feelings with this guy, like I shouldn't be talking to him, was when he said that his saying like, oh, like I just got back home right now and my roommate, the door is busted down. There's a note left from the SWAT team that they uh got my roommate in jail right now and stuff like that for murder. And I'm like, what? And I was like, what do you mean? He's talking about some oh, like my roommate went to San Francisco over the weekend and I guess he murdered a prostitute in San Francisco. I said, are you serious? He was like, yeah. I said, do you know this man? Like, he said, actually, no, like I posted like an ad and for a roommate, and I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah. And so I guess like too, he has a female roommate too, and like they work together or something like that. So I'm just like, this is weird. So honestly, you guys, like, I don't know, like I just had a weird feeling. Like, I don't know, after he told me that, I felt really like just like felt sick hearing that, and like I just was like, and he was just so calm about it too when he said it. Like this happened like literally like that day when we talked and stuff like that, and he was just super calm about it when he told me. I literally was like, he didn't show any type of emotion or anything. Like, you literally had a murderer living in your house. Like, are you serious right now? I don't even know what to say, you guys. I don't even know if I even should be telling you guys this, but anyway. So basically after that, that's when I started getting like weird feelings with this guy. Ever after he told me that, it just started getting weird feelings from him. So the next I wanna say like a week later, like we talk again on the phone. He's like, hey, like, do you wanna like hang out, like I'm gonna come to California, like I wanna visit you, I wanna see you, stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay. After that whole incident told me, I kind of just didn't want to really talk to him anymore. So I just kind of made up I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'm busy this month, but maybe next month, I don't know, so, and, also too, like, after he told me that, I was like, maybe, like, he didn't know, like, like, how he was and stuff, so I don't really know. So the more I just talked to him, the more uncomfortable I just got with talking to him. And ladies, really trust your stomach. Like, even if it doesn't make sense, just go with the feeling and just trust it. Because the more I talked to that man on the phone, the more uncomfortable and the more my stomach just hurt talking to this man. And that is just a sign right there from God, your angels, spirit guides, to just cut the connection off. So he basically like would just get angry with me on the phone and stuff. Like he would after I said like, oh, okay, like I'm busy this month, but maybe next month, he basically was all like, oh, well, I mean, maybe oh, and this is what he said too. He said, you don't have to sleep with me either when I come down there and stuff like that. I said, I know I don't have to, I know. And then he basically was like, it's because I'm ugly, huh? Like, yeah, like it's whatever. And I honestly wasn't like, I hate a man that does that mess. Like, they always be like, when you don't want to sleep or kiss them or whatever, they literally be trying to guilt you, like, oh, let me just go ahead and kiss them. Like, no, like if I don't want to kiss you or sleep with you, it's because I don't want to right now. That's what it is. And then they be like, oh, it's because I'm ugly, huh? Like, I'm really about to just say, yeah, maybe it is, because honestly, you're not gonna sit here and guilt me into kissing you or sleeping with you, because like you're just not gonna do that. Like if I say no, no, like that's just what it is. Like quit trying to guilt me, quit trying to pressure me into I'm not a little ass girl. Like don't do that to me. Like take it for what it is. So like literally like when people reject me, for being trans or whatever, I don't sit here and try to guilt them like, oh, it's because I'm a man or it's because I'm ugly or whatever. Like I just take it for what it is. I'm like, okay, and I move on. Like don't yeah, so basically I was on a little rant. So basically, yeah, so after that, I said no, or I told him, I said no, it's not because you're ugly, it's just I still want to get to know you more, like, you know what I mean? So basically that right there just kind of like even made me feel even more weird with him. So then after that, he basically would I was telling him like how my day was or whatever, and then he basically just was all like, "Oh, you just think you're so cute, huh? Like you just think you're so pretty, huh? Like you're not all that, stuff like that." And I was just telling, I think I was telling him, like, I think I was at the gas station or something. Some guy had complimented me saying I was super pretty and went out his way, like, to like pump my gas, or I don't even know. But I was telling him about it, and then he just flipped out. Like, I mean, I was like, dude, like, it's not like I made out with the guy and slept with him. Like, it was just like, I was just telling him how my day was, and Yeah, so he just totally just tried to, I think he was trying to be funny, but then it just, I don't know, you guys, but that right there, I was done. So I didn't talk to him anymore after that, because you're not gonna sit here and try to hurt my self esteem or break my confidence or something. Like I don't even know. So yeah, that right there just really cut it off. So then after that, he would send me messages. I would not reply back to them at all. Then he apologized. I think I want to say like a couple days after me ignoring him, he apologized, and I'm so sorry for how I treated you. I'm just going through a lot, stuff like that, and I really need I really need to hear from you. I need to hear from your voice. So after that, like I think I blocked his number. Yeah, so I blocked his number. I was just done with him at this point. I was done with like how the way he acted. I was done with the feelings too that I was getting with him. Like, oh my God, trust your gut and stuff. So then after that, he ends up sending me. I want to say like a month later, he sends me a Snapchat picture, and he basically it was a picture of a GUN. You guys, he sends me a Snapchat picture of a GUN, and I was so like I couldn't like it was just so weird. Like like opening up a picture or whatever. But when I saw that picture, you guys, I immediately my stomach like just felt so like I felt so sick. Like I felt so scared. Like I don't even know what to say. And it was just weird because it's just a picture. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I felt like his energy from the picture. I don't really know. But I literally after that, I don't know why, but I felt so dumb. I said, "Why did you send me that picture?" He said, "I don't know." And after that, I blocked him, and I've never heard from this guy ever again. But yeah, that was a crazy, crazy stalker like thing. Like, oh my god. So, and I've never even met him in real life, so I can only imagine what would have happened if I met him in real life. I don't even want to think about what happened, but yeah, Tom was scary. Okay, so this is gonna be the last soccer time story video because we're at 27 minutes. I don't want to go over 30, but this guy, his name was Henry. I met him too off of a dating app. I sort of like I'm done with dating apps after this. So I met him off a dating app. So me and him was talking. We talked for a long. I think we talked for like a good month or something like that. So we talked for a month. He was really cool. He was a really cool guy at the time. Really nice. Really cool. But then I want to say I think he was living out of a hotel at the time, and he was well, he was really nice. He was very open to me being trans, very supportive. I was telling him like the surgeries that I wanted to get done. He would tell me I'm beautiful the way I am. I said thank you, and then he basically, I don't, I don't know. I did tell him, I said, I don't really know my father like that. And then he said, oh, well, my dad can be your dad, stuff like that. And I thought, like, that was very sweet of him, stuff like that. So basically, I want to say like a month later, talking and stuff, like, he basically asked me, like, hey, like, I'm living in a hotel right now. Like, I was thinking, like, do you want to, like, I was wondering if you could live with me. I said, I said no. Like I said, we've only been talking for a month, like getting to know each other. I just think coming to live with you in a hotel, like I'm already situated with where I'm living at. I don't have any issues where I'm living at. Like, unfortunately, like, no, I don't want to live with you in a hotel. So this guy, you guys, he blew up. Like I don't understand. He blew up at me. He basically, oh yeah, and what attracted me was that this guy, he did like martial arts and stuff like that. So like I don't know, like guys that like have muscles and do martial arts and fix cars and like do manly stuff. Like I don't know, like I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. But this guy blew up just because I didn't want to live with him in a hotel, you guys. Blew up. After that, I just stopped talking to him. So after that, like he basically got super mad at me. stuff like that. So I just ignored him. I didn't talk to him anymore. So then, like, I want to say like a day later, he apologized, or I want to say like a few days later, he apologized. Then he said like, I'm so sorry for how I treated you, like, oh my god, like stuff like that. But you did say like we were gonna meet, and like he just totally was just crazy, like super crazy. He was just like, you said that we were going to meet up and hang out and stuff like that, and you won't even come live with me in a hotel, like all this stuff, like just going crazy. And so at this point, I didn't even respond. I just blocked him. So I was getting messages off of Facebook from him. Like I'm not even friends with him on Facebook, and this dude found my Facebook, you guys. And then he sent me. I still have these messages to this day. I can't even post them because it's so bad. It is so bad. The stuff that he wrote. He basically called me the B word. He basically called me a TRANNY, saying no one will ever love me, even if I cut my own off. Like, you guys, like, it was crazy the stuff that he was typing and messaging me, and I haven't even done anything to this guy. All I said was, no, I do not want to live with you in a hotel. And he just went ballistic, went crazy. I said, I see why you're living in a hotel. It's because you are crazy. Like, you have issues. So he just keeps sending me messages, you guys, like sending me messages. So I screenshot all of them and I posted them on my Instagram. And basically, I had so many people like write me on Instagram saying, like, that is crazy that this guy is sending you all this stuff. Like, are you okay? Like, it was so bad, you guys. Like, I had people reaching out to me asking me if I was okay, stuff like that. And I'm actually kind of thankful that he did send those messages, because that when I posted those, I actually had a friend that I haven't talked to in a few years, and he actually reached out to me. He saw the messages, and then he reached out to me saying like, "Hey," and that's how I reconnected my friendship with my friend from childhood and everything like that. Um, yeah, me and him, we had a falling out back when I was like 18, and then like after putting those messages up, he saw them, and then he reached out to me, and then me and him reconnected again. So in a way, I can thank him, but in a way, that those messages was like, it was just really bad. Um, but yeah, so I ended up blocking him off of Facebook too, and so I didn't get any more messages after that. But I don't even know. But yeah, that was crazy. I don't know if that's so much he stalked me, but he sent me like, he might as well have been a stalker, because he kept sending me like wild, wild messages, like crazy stuff and blowing up and stuff like that. So I am going to conclude this video. This video has gone on long enough. So don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to share and everything like that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay magical.